Just 4 men now remain in Bellator's first ever light heavyweight tournament, and they are all just 1 win away from fighting for the Bellator 205-pound world title. Final preparations are being made, both physically and mentally, as their time to enter the cage is rapidly growing near. We open Bellator 42 with a special feature fight in the bantamweight division. JEROD Spoon versus Luis Nogueira. Jimmy, our tale of the tape.
You see here 10-1, the record of Luis Nogueira, twice as many victories as JEROD Spoon. He's been through some wars, Sean. That's going to show tonight.
We now send it inside the Bellator cage to Michael Williams.
Bellator Fighting Championships on MTV2 from Lucky Star Casino. We've got Your Game. Now presents a 3 5-minute round bantamweight special feature sponsored by Dylan Dog. Dead of Night in theaters Friday. And now introducing first, fighting out of the red corner at 5'6", weighing in at 135 3/4 pounds. His professional record: 5 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. From Chickasha, Oklahoma, JEROD Spoon. And across the cage, his adversary fighting out of the blue corner at 5'4", weighing in at 133 1/4 pounds. Tonight, he makes his U.S. debut with an impressive professional record of 10-1 from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, presenting Mental Luis Nogueira. In charge of the action inside the cage, referee Kevin Nix.
This fight is under the unified rules of MMA, so elbows to the head are allowed, both standing and on the ground. Kevin Nix is the referee.
Back up more.
Backing up Luis Nogueira, who speaks Portuguese and not a word of English.
Fighter ready, fighter ready, fight!
The bell in round number 1. Tonight's Bellator Fight Clock is sponsored by Dylan Dog. Dead of Night in theaters Friday.
Nogueira, Brazilian national champion in wrestling. It's just wrestling isn't a huge sport yet in Brazil. Doesn't have the history like it does in the United States.
JEROD Spoon is in the black trunks. Luis Nogueira is in the red trunks.
Both guys starting out very cautiously.
Kick by Spoon.
These are 2 guys who really got in each other's faces at the weigh-in.
That was a big thigh kick by the Brazilian.
Oh, big overhand!
Spoon tried to pounce.
Nogueira got rocked there, but he kept his feet underneath him. Seen it a million times. A knockout is in the legs. That's when you can tell when a guy's really hurt, is when his knees go wobbly, and Nogueira looked good on his feet.
JEROD Spoon is the identical twin brother of Jeremy Spoon, who is also a pro MMA fighter, has a record of 9-0. JEROD Spoon enters 5-1-1, Nogueira at 10-1, and again, this is Nogueira's first time fighting outside of his native Brazil.
He represents Luta Livre, which is basically a no-gi submission style, and the wars between Luta Livre and Jiu-Jitsu go back 30 years. It's just a huge rivalry, and street fights, riots. I mean, it's a crazy rivalry.
Nogueira has never done Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and proudly so is a Luta Livre fighter. Another thigh kick from Nogueira.
Hugo Duarte versus Rickson Gracie fighting on the beach. That's a legend in Brazil.
Spoon has a strong amateur wrestling background, was an Oklahoma State high school wrestling champion, wrestled at Neosho County Community College in Kansas.
Both these guys very tight on the feet, really looking for openings. Spoon's keeping that chin nice and tucked. Nogueira has his chin a little too high, not burying his chin. That's why he ate that overhand right, in my opinion.
High inside thigh kick there from Nogueira. That drew a grimace from Spoon. Good right hand, then the left by Nogueira.
I like following up that left hook, throwing punches in bunches, not just 1 punch at a time.
Feint on the kick and the spin by Spoon.
Nice tight combination, good kick.
Spoon blocked the punches and the kick.
Oh, went for the flying knee, Spoon trying to throw back.
Big shots from Nogueira. Spoon takes a big step back.
One thing is, Nogueira's throwing a lot, but once again, head very high.
Spinning back kick a moment ago from Nogueira.
Has to watch that counter right hand of Spoon.
Head kick but blocked by Spoon. Another chopping thigh kick by Nogueira.
You can sense Nogueira's confidence growing here. He's loosening up, cutting a few more angles with his feet.
Nogueira told us, Jimmy, through his Portuguese translator, he wanted to keep this fight standing and throw more punches than kicks, but I think his kicks have been more effective thus far.
And they've been good at setting up his punches. Nice rib shot again. Working the head to the toes. That's what a good fighter does.
Spoon said that he thought that Nogueira was the best opponent of his career by far, but he also said he's the most confident of his career. Felt he had an outstanding training camp and that he could win this fight. Spoon doesn't look intimidated.
No, not at all. I mean, he has a healthy respect, you can tell, for Nogueira's abilities, but no fear. And they were nose to nose at the weigh-in. Little gamesmanship going on, but these guys are both professionals.
Spoon just missed with that left hook. Another inside thigh kick by Nogueira. Not as much steam on that.
Oh, beautiful timing on that takedown. Not only great technique, but it was 1-2 takedown. Good setup with the hands.
Gorgeous on the shot by Nogueira. Spoon looking for the up kick. That slick stuff by Nogueira on the ground. Front face lock held. Spoon to his feet.
Like I said, good setup on the takedown. Both these guys have good wrestling backgrounds, but it's the one who mixes it up. Punch, kick, takedown. That's the guy that's going to be successful.
Again, Jimmy, a moment ago, a high inside thigh kick thrown by Nogueira. Spoon not checking those kicks. Again, you see that thigh kick. High and on the inside.
See Spoon trying to counter those combinations with the overhand right.
There was a counter overhand right by Spoon. Just missed the mark.
But it's Nogueira getting off first. Not only is he being accurate and successful, it's showing aggression with the judges. He's the one initiating.
Body kick by Spoon, it landed, he slipped. Nogueira did not pounce. Closing stages now of round number one. A very, very exciting and entertaining round number one with these 135-pounders.
Oh, very true. But Spoon showed it's going to be hard to hold down. Nogueira got the takedown, couldn't keep him there.
Nogueira coming forward and feinting in the dying seconds of round one. Shot by Spoon, looking for the takedown just before the bell.
Nogueira's going to his back, but Spoon's not going to have time to use it. A lot of action in that first round. You see here, good combination started by the leg kick, and Spoon answers back with the right hand. Nogueira kept on his feet and came back with some very tight combinations. I think he found his rhythm as the round progressed.
Round number two of this Bellator special feature fight in the bantamweight division. The Oklahoman JEROD Spoon versus the Brazilian Luis Nogueira. Jimmy, on your scorecard.
I gotta go 10-9 Luis Nogueira. He was a little more accurate with his strikes. Got one takedown. Gotta give it to Luis.
Spoon said that he wanted a slow start to this fight. He did not want to turn this into a brawl. Well, so much for the slow start.
But he saw Nogueira as a brawler. He said he's a brawler. I disagree. He's throwing nice, tight combinations, not a lot of winging punches.
And that's what Spoon said he thought was key, those tight, straight punches.
But it's Nogueira that's been the one throwing them. Spoon's been trying to answer back with that big overhand right. Nogueira's been the tighter boxer. Good footwork as well. You see the bounce on the toes of Nogueira.
Big swing and a miss by Spoon. That wasn't a tight punch, obviously.
It's just the right hand is easy to see if that's all you're throwing. Got to really set that one up. People fall in love with the right hand, but it's the jab and the lead hook that set it up.
Nogueira said he wanted to impress this crowd.
He's impressing them now. Nice punches.
He wanted to really shine in his Bellator and US debut and get a big knockout. Nice left by Spoon. Big shot! Nogueira just missed with that bolo punch.
You know, Spoon's good at covering up. He's not using a lot of head movement, not a lot of slipping, not a lot of counter punching except for that right hand. So he's letting Nogueira get off with 3 or 4 before he throws the right. Hard to win rounds that way.
JEROD Spoon in the black trunks. Luis Nogueira in the red trunks.
Now, I like what Nogueira's doing. You see, he angles, then attacks. He's not backing up the entire time. We've seen a lot of guys lose rounds that way. He angles and then goes in and attacks, so he's still being aggressive.
Stiff left hand thrown by Spoon.
Now, you see here, he backs up toward the fence, but then he comes right back.
Nogueira's not gone to his thigh kicks the way he did in round one. A big right hand, then a counter right by Nogueira with his back against the fence. Uppercut by Nogueira.
That's a problem. Nogueira's got still has his head very, very high. Needs to put in a little more hip movement, but that's where he's good, throwing in combination. Nice, tight, sharp punches.
Body lock now by the Brazilian Nogueira, forcing Spoon back. Next Saturday night on MTV2, it's Bellator's Road to the Championship. Our look at the best moments thus far in Season 4 and our preview of the upcoming tournament finals with Jimmy Smith's always controversial predictions. Note the special starting time for this 1-hour Bellator special, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central.
It's controversial to the guys I don't pick, pretty much. Good right hand by Nogueira.
They're never upset. It's their girlfriend or their wife.
Yeah, they tend to get mad at me, yes. The mom, I've had some moms complain.
But the fighters you don't pick, they say they're fun. Doesn't bother them, Jimmy.
Oh, good left hand by Nogueira.
Spoon tried to throw the counter right, couldn't fully land. Thigh kick almost caught there by Nogueira.
Nogueira reaching for those kicks. That's never a good idea.
Straight left by Spoon. Spoon then missing with the right. Partial uppercut. Spoon missing with the wide left.
It's that tight left hook that's starting off the combinations for Nogueira. It's landing well. It's setting up that right hand. What happens is Spoon isn't moving his head very much. He's just putting his hands up and curling up. Well, then you're easy to hit. Nogueira knows that once he has him in that shell, he can just move forward.
Spoon backs off. Nogueira slightly comes forward, now takes a backward step as he throws the left hook. Spoon again missing with a big overhand right. That's nice. 1-2 body head there by Nogueira. Chopping kick by Spoon. Nogueira answers.
Now, neither guy has really been able to press the takedown. They both moved in, but it's cost both guys a lot of energy without getting a takedown. So both guys are being very cautious when it comes to the takedown. Takedowns are one of those things where if you try for it and you don't get it, it costs you a lot of energy.
Again, Jimmy, Jerod Spoon told us he thought tight, straight punches were the key, and yet he is being forced, maybe, or just losing discipline and throwing a lot of wide, wild shots.
Well, he was right. Tight, straight punches are the key, and they've been thrown by Nogueira so far. I don't disagree with what he's saying.
Better right hand by Spoon than a counter to the body with the right by Nogueira. Nogueira with a shot and gets the takedown.
Once again, very, very nice timing.
That will definitely make an impression with the judges. Nogueira now working from the top position. Heading into our third and final round of this Bellator special feature fight at 135 pounds. Jerod Spoon versus Luis Nogueira, two fighters making their Bellator debut. Round number 3. 3 judges scoring cage side for the Citizen Potawatomi Nation Athletic Commission. Jimmy, on your scorecard.
I gave both rounds 10-9 to Nogueira. Just tighter boxing, a little bit more efficient. He's landing more crisp shots. Spoon's been in the fight the whole time, but I have him down 2 rounds to none.
Bouncing the step of Nogueira. Jerod Spoon is in the black trunks. Nogueira coming forward with the body shots is in the red trunks. And good inside thigh kick there by Nogueira.
It's just taking that balance away, and when your opponent's off balance, that's when he's coming in with the hands.
Body kick now by Nogueira.
Nogueira does a lot of punch, a lot of snap in his punches and his kicks in this third round. Great conditioning.
Spoon again trying to establish the lead left jab. Nogueira, a lot of lateral movement. Throws fiercely.
Jerod Spoon just hasn't found the way in. He hasn't been throwing a lot of jabs. He hasn't really found a lot of ways in. He's trying to counter with that right, but once again, Nogueira has been able to see it almost every time.
Leg kick caught by Nogueira, looking for a takedown. Good sprawl by Spoon, the former Oklahoma State high school wrestling champion. And the takedown by Nogueira, the former Brazilian wrestling champion.
That's a great takedown. And this is the first time he's gotten a takedown early in the fight where he can do something with it.
Spoon fishing for a Kimura a moment ago. See him setting up again from the bottom, posturing on his hip is Jerod Spoon.
Hard to get from half guard though, and that's where he is.
Spoon getting back to his feet, well done. Tight pressure now held by Nogueira, had the waist cinch, now chest to chest. Good right hand, then the left. Spoon again sticking out the jab.
Man,
Nogueira 3 shots to 1 there on that trade.
Nice counter right. Oh, flying knee! Can't see how cleanly it landed.
2 flying knees thrown by Nogueira in this bout. In round 1 and here in round 3. Again, that left jab by Spoon. Just not finding the mark there, Jimmy.
Well, he's not committing. He's not stepping into the jab. You know, you call stepping jab. That Lennox Lewis, Larry Holmes stepping into your jab, really putting a lot of snap behind. He's not doing that. So he's just out of range, just like that. He's just a little out of range every time he's throwing it.
Better right by Spoon a moment ago, but just a glancing blow. Nogueira just kind of shrugged. Better jab there from Spoon. Still Nogueira undeterred. You can almost feel Jimmy Nogueira just waiting to get off with a big shot as he throws the thigh kick.
And this whole time, it's been Nogueira initiating. He's the one striking first.
Spoon going for the double leg, and he gets it. Nogueira right back to his feet.
That's great balance by Nogueira. Didn't really get a sprawl. Spoon got both legs, but great balance by Nogueira and great explosiveness getting back up.
Nogueira just went with the takedown. Nogueira has shown just brilliant balance in this fight. Right hand by Nogueira didn't get through. Spoon missing with that right. Getting late in this fight, it was the left that got through from Nogueira.
Right on the chin.
Sweeping left and the right by Nogueira. Luis Nogueira definitely getting off with his punches now.
What you have to wonder is how much is he going to put into trying to get the finish. There's only a minute left. He's done very well so far in this fight. Nice sharp counter punches, but it hasn't really had Spoon hurt. How much is he going to go for the finish? That's the big question.
And again, you just saw a moment ago the example of the great balance from the Brazilian Luis Nogueira. Into the 15th and final minute of this fight. JEROD Spoon versus Luis Nogueira at 135 pounds.
I don't know, I've learned not to trust judges in my time doing MMA. Nice double leg, and he's down again, but Spoon popping right back to his stomach. Let's see if he can get up.
Nogueira keeping a wide base. Spoon to his feet.
Man, credit to Spoon, he's still trying very hard in this fight, still giving it everything he's got. He's just been outclassed on the feet by the Brazilian.
Straight left hand by Nogueira. A tough game effort from both fighters. The crowd here at Lucky Star Casino just outside of Oklahoma City really making some noise now.
10 seconds left. Spoon has to let it all hang out.
Spoon looking for one more big shot. It's the straight left by Nogueira. Big right hand, then the left by Spoon.
Nice right at the end of the round. I don't think it was enough to win back this fight, but great effort by Spoon.
Both fighters celebrating. When we return, we will learn the victor. It'll either be JEROD Spoon or Luis Nogueira.
Great right hand at the end of the fight by JEROD Spoon. It's a shame it was so late. Couldn't really capitalize on it, but a nice, crisp, tight right hand. One thing Nogueira did prove he has a chin. Both guys proved that tonight.
Jimmy, on your scorecard.
30-27. I gave all 3 rounds to Luis Nogueira based on that tight, efficient boxing.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we'll go to your judges' scorecards. Judge Nick Atwood scores the fight 30-27, while judges Jason Greenwald and Jim Lampert both see the fight 29-28, all for the winner. By unanimous decision, Luis Nogueira.
Success in his Bellator debut for the Brazilian Luis Nogueira. The winner by way of unanimous decision, Luis Nogueira defeats JEROD Spoon.